What would you do if a complete stranger asked you to marry their son, in front of thousands of screaming fans with TV cameras rolling? For most of us, the answer is simple: run the other way. But for 21-year-old tennis sensation Alexandra Eala, this wasn't just a hypothetical question. It actually happened. It was February 2026, at the prestigious Dubai Tennis Championships. Eala had just achieved something no Filipino player had ever done before, reaching the quarterfinals of a WTA 1000 event. As she packed her bag, exhausted but triumphant, a fan in the stands held up a sign that read, "Alex, marry my son please." What happened next? Well, Eala didn't say yes. She didn't run away either. Instead, she delivered a response that has since gone viral, sparking conversations across the tennis world about this young champion's focus, poise, and priorities. And the moment is even more significant when you consider everything else happening in Eala's life at the same time: a meteoric rise to world number 28, a historic Wimbledon run, and a nation falling in love with its newest sporting hero. The proposal was soon forgotten, but the message, Eala's emphatic reply, was crystal clear. This champion's mind is focused on one thing: winning. The Dubai Tennis Championships had already been a tournament of firsts for Alexandra Eala. First Filipino player to reach the quarterfinals in Dubai. Second career WTA 1000 quarterfinal appearance. Victories over 6th seed Jasmine Paolini and Sorana Cîrstea. It was a statement run that confirmed what many had suspected since her semi-final breakthrough at the Miami Open the previous year. Eala had arrived as a genuine force on the WTA Tour. But after her third-round victory over Cîrstea, while the 20-year-old was packing her bag at courtside, a fan in the stands held up a sign that turned the spotlight away from her tennis and toward her personal life. The message was bold, direct, and unexpected: "Alex, marry my son please." Now, let's set the scene here. This isn't a casual, low-key tournament. The Dubai Tennis Championships is a WTA 1000 event, one of the most prestigious tournaments on the women's calendar. The stands are packed with fans, media are present at every turn, and every move players make is under intense scrutiny. To have such a personal, public proposal directed at you at that moment is something most athletes are never prepared for. It's the kind of moment that could easily catch someone off guard. A younger player might freeze, ignore it, or awkwardly laugh it off. A less focused player might even be distracted by the attention, letting it affect their preparation for the next round. But Alexandra Eala is not most players. Her response was immediate, decisive, and, as many would later describe it, iconic. Noticing the sign, Eala looked up, smiled, and then did something that said everything without saying a word. She wagged her finger. Firmly. Emphatically. A universal gesture that means, no way, not happening, and focus on the tennis. It was a rejection, delivered with the kind of finality that left no room for interpretation. The fan laughed. The crowd watched. The moment was captured and instantly posted across social media, where it went viral. Eala's reaction was praised for its humor and poise. Rather than being flustered or offended, she handled it with a playfulness that reflected the confidence of a champion. The reaction on social media was immediate, with fan accounts and tennis blogs celebrating her response. One account wrote, "Alex Eala's reaction to a sign in the crowd after her win over Cîrstea in Dubai. Alex, marry my son please." Alex with the finger wag. It was the kind of moment that humanized the athlete, showing a young woman with a clear sense of her boundaries and a focus that cannot be shaken. But the moment also raised a question. What kind of person turns down such a public proposal, in the heat of the moment, in front of everyone? The answer, it turns out, says everything about Alexandra Eala's character, ambition, and identity. This was not a moment of rudeness. It was a moment of clarity. Eala's focus was exactly where it should be, on the court, and her reaction showed a maturity that would serve her well in the months ahead. Just a few months later, the same unshakable focus would propel her to the fourth round of Wimbledon, defeating defending champion Iga Swiatek along the way. The girl who wagged her finger at a marriage proposal in Dubai was the same girl who would soon become a national hero at the All England Club. To understand why Eala responded the way she did, you have to understand her mindset. This is not a player whose attention is easily diverted. In fact, discipline and focus are the cornerstones of her entire approach to life and tennis. Eala has described herself as fiercely dedicated to her craft, and her personal life, including matters of the heart, is not something she treats casually. The finger wag in Dubai was not merely a rejection of a proposal. It was a statement of intent. It said, "My mind is on tennis. My focus is on winning." It was a public reaffirmation of what she had already made clear many times before. In a press conference just a few weeks later, while discussing her personal life, Eala showed this same clarity. When asked if she had time for love, she didn't shy away from the question. "Time to love," she repeated. "I love everybody. I love so much. I love my family. I love my job. I love my friends. I love myself. So there is so much love. There is so much love in my life," she said. But notice what she didn't say. She didn't mention a boyfriend, a partner, or a romantic interest. She was clear about the loves in her life: family, friends, her job, herself. It's a response that seems to suggest that, for now, her romantic life is not a priority. This aligns with what she's said about dating rumors in the past. Earlier, in 2025, speculation had swirled that Eala might be dating fellow tennis player Coleman Wong of Hong Kong. Both had trained at the Rafa Nadal Academy, both were making big waves on the tour, and social media was convinced there was a romance. When asked directly if Wong was her boyfriend, Eala firmly shut down the rumors, saying, "No, he is not my boyfriend. You know, I'm super happy for him, and to see someone that I've known so long do so well is definitely an inspiration. Not just to me, but I feel in general a lot of people can take inspiration from him." It was a gracious response, deflecting the romantic rumors while maintaining her professionalism. Yet it also reinforced the message: her personal life is her own, and her focus is on tennis. The Dubai finger wag was the same story told without words. A confident, assertive no to a proposal, and a signal to the world that her concentration is laser-focused on her career. She believes in self-love, she believes in nurturing her own well-being, and she believes in putting herself first as she navigates the demanding life of a professional athlete. Confidence is very important whether you're in the spotlight or not. Self-love is something that you should nurture and put effort into. "I believe in myself a lot," she said. "That's a core, one of the foundations of my mentality and how I approach my competitions." This unwavering self-confidence is what sets her apart. It's the reason she can face the best players in the world, defending Wimbledon champions, top seeds, Grand Slam winners, without flinching. It's also the reason she can handle a surprise marriage proposal with a smile and a finger wag. She knows who she is and she knows what she wants. And right now, at the age of 21, what she wants is to be the best tennis player in the world.